Hello, friends, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by our good friends at Specs, the four-time Retailer of the Year. I'm David Nuno. Justin Paez making his debut on the program. So, Justin, your favorite part of today's show was?
It's got to be Ryan O'Brien. He was so good today. Obviously, having a former player on the show is always a fun thing, but he's just so knowledgeable over this team, over the sport. It was great to see.
He was great. Nick Savage, did he make the Rewind cut?
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
and by the way, co-offensive coordinator at Rudder High School, call those games.
That's right.
He's the hype man. He's doing sprints pregame, just absolutely jacked, and then he gets his team fired up. So, yeah, Ryan O'Brien, of course he made the rewind.
I think Ryan O'Brien and I, if we hung out, we'd be good friends. I feel like we have a very similar mindset, except he's talented and I'm not. But other than that, I think we're very similar.
Yeah, very similar, yeah.
And he's strong and good looking and, he played professional sports and college football and all that good stuff. Anyway, what else made the rewind, Nick?
OB and Charean Williams was on there talking Aggies in the NFL. Matt Moscona, LSU insider, and Jordan Pugh kept it real.
Well, he kept it real. We're keeping it real right here.
And by the way, Brooks Austin gets his own video on YouTube, so make sure you check it out.
Brooks Austin, he's the film guy. He's on Feinbaum today, but he was with us first because we're better, I think. I hope. Maybe. Check it out.
Yeah, we had two, actually. Eric McCoy has a torn bicep, and he's done for the season. Unfortunately for him, these last few years have really been injury-plagued for the Saints center. And then Mike Evans, if you didn't see it last night, fractured his clavicle and had a concussion. Really bad hit that he took. Looked like he was probably knocked unconscious when he hit the ground, had to be carted off. And they haven't ruled him out for the season. There is a possibility he could come back for the playoffs probably or late in the season. They'll just have to see how that heals, but he'll go on injury reserve, and they'll reserve the right to bring him back if he heals well. Couple of honorable mentions. It was actually a really good week for the Aggies in the NFL, especially as pass rushers. Devon Achane, 13 carries, 82 yards, 3 catches for 16. Dolphins are not very good. Chance he gets traded. Some teams could be interested in him, so one to watch at the trade deadline. Also an honorable mention, Devon Miller. Against the Cowboys, they didn't play very well defensively, but he had 2 tackles, a half a sack, and a quarterback hit. 3, Tyrell Dodson, 8 tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss. 2, Myles Garrett, 2 tackles, a sack, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 tackles for loss. And how about Nick Fort, 2 tackles, a sack and a half, 3 quarterback hits, and a tackle for loss. Outstanding performance as a starter for the Panthers.
I think they should make it to the playoffs because they've proven enough. I think that Notre Dame game showing what type of grit this team has. Like, if they get down early, they're going to have the grit to come back. But I think they're going to just have to play well on Friday, on Saturday, rather, against LSU. And for me as an Aggie, for us as an Aggie, I think for us, we just should enjoy the fact that they're number 3 in the country right now and not necessarily think about, oh, man, if they lose on Saturday, if they don't play well, just enjoy it, man. We haven't been this good in 30 years. I'll give you a little analogy.
Yeah.
This spring, my boys, they play baseball, and my oldest son, Jordan, he pitched in the championship game this summer. And I was nervous. I was like, God, can he do well pitching this game? And can they win? And, man, God told me, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy him pitching in this championship game, him pitching strikes and having fun. And they end up losing by 1 run. At the end, they play this team from the Galleria. And I'm going to do the same thing with the Aggies, man. I'm just going to enjoy it. It's a 4-quarter game. Just enjoy it, man. Enjoy that number 3 ranking right next to him on the logo. And we should do the same thing.
Yeah, enjoy the journey because it doesn't come around often, right? And then if you don't enjoy it now, when are you going to enjoy it?
Right.
Right? Like when?
Right.
Before we get into what you have going on, let me. This is going to sound like I'm not enjoying it, but I'm enjoying it. But I do this thing where I do a math problem. Okay, it's simple math, right? I think to myself, all right, you got these next 2 road games. If you win one of these next 2, I'm just doing math. Win one of these 2 road games. Right? Just one.
Yeah.
Take care of business at home. You're in.
Right.
Am I simplifying it too much?
No, I really think, honestly, as a coach, I think they're thinking about that. They're thinking about, okay, what's our best case scenario? What's our best chance to win? Should we play this player who's like 75, 80%? Like, those are the things I really think as a coaching staff they're thinking about.
Yeah.
Because I think the ultimate goal is to get into the playoff. Because you get into the playoff, anything can happen in the playoffs.
Matt, when it comes to Brian Kelly, though, one of the things that was said a couple years ago was people weren't sure about the fit. And then he was winning enough, and fit wasn't really a matter. Now they're not winning enough, at least projecting what the rest of the season could look like. Is he a good fit?
Yeah. Maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask this question, David. I hate the argument about fit. And the thing that I've said, like, because I got asked that a ton when Brian Kelly was hired. It was probably the number one, right? It was the number one thing people asked. Like, coming from Notre Dame, a guy from Boston, spent his career in the Midwest, coming to Louisiana. And the thing that I told people then and would tell people forever is you look at the winningest coaches in the history of LSU athletics. Skip Bertman was a Jewish guy from Miami who came to heavily Catholic South Louisiana. Dale Brown's from Minot, North Dakota, left LSU as the second winningest coach in the history of SEC basketball behind only Adolph Rupp. Nick Saban, career Midwesterner. Jay Johnson, West Coast lifer. Man, you just got to win. You don't have to be able to spell Tchoupitoulas or make a roux. You just got to win. So I think the fit conversation is I get why it's brought up. I just think it's overplayed. You just have to win. And, early in his tenure, Brian Kelly was winning. They won the West in year 1. Jaden won a Heisman in year 2. There was a lot of feeling coming into this season with Nussmeier coming back and sort of an all-in approach in the portal that this would be the team where they hit that inflection point and made a run for the playoff and the championship. And they just haven't won enough this year, obviously losing these 2 games before the calendar flips to November.
Matt, let's kind of look at history because this series with A&M is so wacky, man. Like, not only is the last few years has been the home team wins them all, but like it's been opportunities to go out with a bang or get extended. Les Miles a few years ago, Ed O wins that game in 21, right? Like, feels like kind of a line in the sand moment, not for Brian Kelly's career, not saying that, or even for this season, but for this season. Just talk a little bit about how crazy this series has been at home for both teams.
Well, when A&M, this whole thing shifted, I tell you, through the LSU lens with the 7 overtime game. Because when A&M came into the league, LSU won, what was it, five straight or whatever it was to start. And then that crazy game with all of the lunacy that unfolded in 7 overtimes really created this lightning rod moment. And then there was, the fight on the field and then the conversation about the cups or what any of the stuff, right? But I think, David, that's one of the reasons why this rivalry has become great, because I think the best ones happen naturally. Like as a contrast, I'd point out like LSU Arkansas. The league in 92 tried to force this thing on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and they made the silly boot trophy, and LSU fans have always kind of resented that. This is one where it's been sort of bred organically, and it matters more when you're playing for high stakes as well.
So first and foremost, like A&M fans found this out this weekend, but I think a lot of people record scout. They don't actually like look at ball. They don't know what's coming to town with regards to the Arkansas Razorbacks, or when you go up there, what you're going to face. What you're going to face is a top 25 offense. Like, say what you want about the record, say what you want about whatever, say what you want about Bobby Petrino. You're going to get a very multifaceted, very aggressive, very methodical, very, understanding how to call plays type of offense with a quarterback that's playing really high-level football. So I looked at the 42 points, and I was like, yeah, Arkansas had a good day. Arkansas tends to have good days. That's what they do. Offensively, though, I thought A&M played the definition of complementary football. We hear coaches talk about that all the time, but what does that look like? It looks like, hey, we can't get a stop defensively right now, so we need our offense to go 10 plays, 75 yards. And that's exactly what they did, right? I think A&M offensively right now is making football teams be so overly dedicated and committed to stopping the run that it's a death sentence because Casey Concepcion and Mario Craver, guys, they don't need to catch the ball 40 yards to take it 75. They can catch the ball 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and take it 75. And that's what's really, really concerning because most defenses are having to put 8, 9, sometimes, 8 or 9 sets of eyes on the box to try to stop the run right now from A&M and still failing to do so, by the way. It's something you and I talked about this summer. I thought this unit had a really good chance to be a machine on the ground, and that's kind of what they're turning into. All
right, defensively, there were some issues. So let's kind of talk about that. They're not going to face Taylor Green again, thank goodness, right? But they do got Lenore Sellers. They got some other quarterbacks that are a little bit mobile, not like that level of mobile. Is that the reason you think A&M struggled to tackle? Because he's fast, and they're thinking about him, and they're kind of doing these misfits. Like, what was your takeaway defensively?
My takeaway is that, first of all, we're really only like 2 or 3 games into what this offense is now. You guys know this more than anybody, being around Bobby Petrino and having hired him to be your offensive coordinator down there for a couple of years. I think that guy sandbagged for like 4 weeks. I think he knew that Sam Pittman was on the way out, that he knew he had an opportunity to call 7 games of great offense after Sam Pittman was out, and had an opportunity to sneak backdoor his way into an SEC job.
All right, Justin, you're going to close us out, but you have to work in Yo Adrian, and you can't handle the truth. Both. I don't care how you work it in. By the way, if you don't know why, movie quote somehow came up on the show. Whatever. It's a long thing. Just watch the whole thing. Tell the people what to do.
Well, Yo Adrian, you got to like, comment, and subscribe to the TexAgs Live YouTube channel because you can't handle the truth. And the truth is that TexAgs Live is the best show on the planet. So check it out.
Bro, without a teleprompter, very good job. Great debut.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys mañana.